Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Coaching Insights. I'm David Rainoshek with juicefeasting.com. Today we're going to look at one of my favorite coaching topics, one of my favorite stories. And it has to do with what's truly sublime in our lives. The truly sublime experience that we can have in our lives that's always available. The normal, the everyday, which is so amazing and sublime. Many people come to me wanting coaching for a juice feast or come to juice feasting for a peak experience in their lives, a peak experience of health, an illuminative experience with juice feasting where they see what they're truly capable of, what their bodies are truly capable of, what they're truly capable of in terms of taking care of the present moment and taking care of their health. I want a spiritual state or an emotional state or a mental state that's a peak state, even if it lasts for just a little while during a juice feast. And I'm not saying that these experiences are not impactful, that they're not important in our lives. But we can, in the course of our lives, become state chasers, chasing these peak experiences and forgetting how beautiful the present moment, the everyday actually is. And that there is a sublime, a deeply sublime aspect to the everyday. And I wanted to create a counterpoint to the state chasing in reference to our spiritual practice, in terms of our life practices, in terms of our practice of juice feasting itself, in terms of our cultivation of excellent health and excellent health life practices. I wanted to create a counterpoint to the chasing of these peak experiences and speak to or speak for the sublime, normal, everyday. And I have a story for you with that. I was taking a family member to the hospital a number of years ago who had chosen to go a more standard medical route, let's say, with cancer. And when a family member makes that kind of a choice, particularly after you've spoken with them, you have to honor the choice of the people that are in your life and love them. And I was taking her to the hospital and we were having a wonderful conversation. And it was one of the last trips out that she ever made before she died a few months later. And she turned to me while we were in my vegetable oil fueled Ford F-350 traveling down the highway towards the hospital. She said, "You know, David, I've learned a lot in the course of having this breast cancer over the last year and a half. But one of the things that's been most impactful for me is my recognition of just how much I crave the normal. I just want things to be normal again. I had no idea for so many years of my life just how incredible normal is. I just want a normal day. I just want to get up and have a glass of water, see the sunshine, see everybody, make breakfast, have my list of things to do for the day, and just normally go about my day and just have it and enjoy it." I had no idea how sublime that actually was. And that had a strong impact on me, particularly coming out of, I grew up in the 70s. The 60s and the 70s were very much about peak experiences. And even now, there's a lot going around about peak experiences with binaural audio or, taking small doses of this or that. And again, those things can be valuable in our lives, but there's something to be said for the persistent enjoyment and appreciation and abiding in the present moment. The real miracle is not these peak temporary states, as wonderful as they can be, but the real miracle is just the everyday. You can put yourself in the shoes of somebody that you've known who's had cancer. And all they want, what they really want, the most simple and yet profound thing they could possibly have at that point is a resolution of their cancer so that they can just have a normal day without worrying about it. That's something that you may have right now. Okay? Feel into that. Look outside. Look in the eyes of those that you love. Experience what it's like to actually hold a cup of something warm and sit down with a book for a few minutes or listen to a piece of music. And for a little while at least, not to worry, just to enjoy, just to abide in the present moment. That is something to be achieved. This persistent abiding in the sublimity of the miraculous present moment. Dwelling happily in the present moment, as they say in Eastern societies, they say, Drishta Dharma Sukha Viharan, dwelling happily in the present moment. And in the Zen tradition, they say, it's just this. It's just this. This is it. And that is the title of one of my favorite poems, which I'm going to share with you now because we're here. And this is it. And the poem is called This Is It. And it starts like this. This is it. And I am it. And you are it. And so is that. And he is it. And she is it. And it is it. And that is that. Oh, it is this. And it is thus. And it is them. And it is us. And it is now. And it is here. And here we are. So this is it. For everything that you do in your life, the beautiful peak experiences that you have, the illuminative experiences that you're going for, please bear in mind how miraculous your normal, boring, wonderful. It is sublime. Don't forget it. It doesn't have to be tweet-worthy or post-worthy or share-worthy at all. Just the present moment is beautiful and wonderful. And it is in those moments that you may find the greatest solace, the greatest peace, the greatest healing. Please helpful. If you do, and you think others would find it so, please share this video with others. And if you have not yet subscribed to the Coaching Insights series here on Juice Feasting, please do. And I look forward to seeing you again for another edition of Coaching Insights. I'm David Rainoshek with JuiceFeasting.com. Be well.